Hey friends, wanted to do a quick video showing the inside of our great room to discuss the difference between post-frame framing and regular framing. A lot of folks have asked me, my personal circles, what the difference is between post-frame or a standard house. What is the difference between a barndominium and a standard home? We can get really far into all of that, but right here, we're going to focus on the actual framing method itself. And that is going to be illustrated by the two posts on each side of my head or each side of the windows here, whichever you're focusing on. Hopefully it's the windows, they're more attractive. But we've got two posts, 8 feet on center, and those are 3 2x6s that are actually laminated together. So 3 2x6s laminated together, and they are extremely strong and straight, which is why we have this particular post here. So you'll see that beautiful finger joint there. All 3 of these are laminated together so they become one piece, and it allows them to be super straight, which you're really not going to achieve with a 6x6 or something like that going all the way up. It's going to have bows and warps and things like that. So this is just a better structural piece of wood holding up the building. So those posts are holding it up. You've got your cross girts going across. So you'll see those boards straight up here, right there. Those are going to be going across at regular intervals, and that is going to be tying all those posts together, making sure they don't move. There's also steel on the outside of the structure that is adding to the structural rigidity, keeping everything locked into place. Those go all the way up to the trusses. Different trusses are used all the time for post-frame buildings. Some people use 6 or 8 feet on center for more agricultural buildings. We've also seen some folks have great success use them that far apart on residential buildings. For us, we chose closer spacing. I'll have to double check my notes, but I believe these are going to be 24 inches on center. That was really just at the advice of our framer. He was more comfortable with it. And it also makes it a little bit easier to drywall, so we went with that. You'll notice behind me the insulation is wrapped around 2x6 framing. This is going to actually mimic the framing that most people are used to on homes. The framing here on a standard house that you'll see above the window, that's actually usually what holds up the home, right? It's usually 2x4 framing, right? For this, it's 2x6 framing. The only reason why it's a 2x6 is to equal the distance of the posts, so that way when we hang drywall, it's all flat. But it really serves no purpose other than to really hold the drywall, hang the drywall on at this point in time. It's actually not even holding up the windows. The windows themselves, there's a 2x6 frame around the actual windows that are tied into the girts. So those 2x6s you're seeing that are wrapped around the insulation, nothing more than holding up the drywall and holding the insulation in place. So that's what those are there for. So illustration behind me, again, we've got our 2 posts on each side of me here. So post. We've got our cross boards here, which are our girts, and the steel on the outside is giving it the structural rigidity. This is similar to how they build warehouses. They've built buildings like this for years and years and years. It's just most people don't build their homes like this. A big benefit is what you see behind me here, and this is the large, expansive space. That is going to be the large benefit of a post-frame home. It's easier and more cost-effective to achieve this with post-frame than it would be for a standard conventional framed home in our case, in our part of the country. Do your research, it could be different where you are. So hope you learned a little bit. If you're new to post-frame, hope you learned a little bit. If you're a seasoned post-frame person, you have more thoughts, or if I said something incorrect, well, let me know. But that's what I've learned here thus far, and this is going to be our great room and probably one of the last times you'll see it before it gets closed up. So appreciate you joining in.